Episode 76. It's episode 76. It's episode 76 of Talkin With Tasha. Woo! All right. Thank you so much for coming back to another episode of Talkin With Tasha. This is another edition of Lostcast. So it's Talkin With Tasha plus Trey, where we recap Lost because Trey and I loved the show in college, and that's when we met, and now we're going to talk about it. Also in this episode, we talk about the Traitors. We talk about the Olympics. We have more to say about Heated Rivalry, believe it or not. And maybe some other stuff gets thrown in there as well. But of course, at the heart is a recap of Lost. Keep in mind, this is coming out on February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday. The Olympics have started. I have been 40 for 4 days, but this was recorded last weekend. So this was before the Olympics, before my birthday. Also want to say thank you to everybody that did reach out, wish me happy birthday. I appreciate it. This is 40, I guess, you know? And the best thing about turning 40 is everybody telling me I don't look 40. So thank you very much. But without further ado, enough about me anyway. Let's get into it.
Are we going to talk about the Epstein files at all?
I don't know, man.
Like, I know how you are like quietly political. Like people know what you stand for, but I also know that
you're not.
I'm not.
I am wearing my "Science is real, Black Lives Matter, no human is illegal, love is love, women's rights are humans' rights" shirt today. So
I have a gay merman with his big old nipples.
No, I mean, okay, I'll be honest. I've seen snippets here and there, but I have not, like, done a deep dive myself.
Same.
Like, you know what I mean? So
Same.
Part of me doesn't feel like I know enough. I mean, I know enough, but I don't.
Right. But I just want to, like, if we, like, talk about that at all, because it was enormous what happened on Friday.
Yes.
So,
I mean,
things on social media that I have seen of, like, they were... What kind of language do you want to use? Do you want me to say murder or unalive?
Whatever you feel. I don't know.
Cool. But just a number of, like, reports of, like, how they would murder people, potentially cannibalize people, that Elon Musk doesn't know how to write in code.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, no, tell me things. But also, nobody's going to get arrested.
I know, and that's the sad thing, too. Even, like, even the last couple weeks with people wanting to impeach Noam and stuff, I'm like, but here's the deal. Didn't we impeach Trump? He's a convicted
Twice.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I know
Like, I know that I've been accused of, and, like, people on the left have been accused of, like, Trump derangement syndrome. But in my view, have y'all listened to yourselves talk about how much you love this man?
Yeah.
And that you're really only doing this to, like, stick it to the liberals?
Yeah.
If anything is a Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah. No, girl, you're preaching to the choir.
Girl.
Well-placed girl. Can we just go back to talking about Heated Rivalry? Can we just do that?
Yes. I haven't rewatched it. I've been watching other things in my life.
I haven't either rewatched it, but I've been listening to other people that are obsessed with it who have watched it. And the one thing that I was like, oh, I didn't notice that. Okay, so I listened to this podcast called That's Messed Up. It's about SVU. But one of the hosts on it, she is from Ukraine, or her family's from Ukraine. And she is just coming from her saying how well Connor Story does the accent and she's like, we can still tell he's like not, but it's the best I've ever heard my whole life in, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, and what I didn't notice is, you know how they text for years, you know, like their relationship texting back and forth for years? I didn't realize that the text bubbles and stuff change with the technology of the time.
Oh, I didn't notice that either, because I'm not crazy. Like, I know that word is loaded, whatever. But
yeah. But I just think that is one of those little details that I'm like, good on the creators, even if nobody, or like the show people, like, even though I didn't notice, you know what I mean? But
I both adore and fear people that can get into that much detail.
I know.
like, yes, I notice things. And like on rewatches, I will notice other things. This show has been out for a month and a half, and we're like, here's
People
my
are
treatise. Give me a PhD. Call me Dr. Shilia.
Also, it should be arriving on Monday, I believe. I finally gave in and ordered a Boston Raiders t-shirt because
I honestly would love one.
I've had so much targeted ads that I gave in finally. I gave in. I couldn't.
My latest targeted ads have been about sewing patterns.
I've had Heated Rivalry merch, and then lately I've had some neck pain. I think it's from sleeping weird or just getting old or whatever. But now I get a lot of these pillows that are supposed to, like the are you dying? Are you okay?
Yeah, I was muting so that way, like, my coughing wasn't just taking over, but let's call it out.
No, but then I saw your face and I got nervous for a second.
No,
I was like, is he okay?
No, if I just fall out of frame, if you see Nick come over, put his earbuds in and be like, he's gone. Oh.
But no, now it's been a lot of pillows and for neck pain.
I have a
and
sewing
things.
machine now. I can make pillows. That's why I'm getting patterns.
And then it's all just very sort of suiting because my 40th birthday is on Wednesday. So I'm like,
I know.
I'm like, this is my life now, like orthopedic pillows.
This is why I'm married to a man in his mid-40s. So that way I can see what's coming in real time.
But anyway, any hoodly do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else?
I mean, we've got to take a moment and like just be sad and in community about Catherine O'Hara.
I know. And it just seems so sudden. And over like the little holiday sort of break I had, I watched the John Candy documentary and she's in it a lot, obviously talking about John Candy. And I mean, I knew she worked with like Eugene Levy and some of those people for a long time, but you really didn't realize how many people came up in that like Canadian group.
Rick Moranis, Andrea Martin
Short,
Gilda Radner. What a glorious troupe of Canadian weirdos.
Exactly.
So thankful for it. Truth be told, every now and again I get a little weepy about Catherine O'Hara because she was kind of like every generation's mom in some way with Home Alone or Schitt's Creek. Hell, even Beetlejuice, which is a movie that I don't like, but she makes it okay for me.
Yeah. I hear you.
I mumbled that on purpose.
Well, and in Beetlejuice, she's kind of the mom we're not supposed to like, though. Like, she's she's like the stepmom, but yeah.
This is controversial. She's the only watchable part of that movie for me.
Day-o. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
It was one of those things growing up when I think I probably saw Home Alone first before Beetlejuice, but she was very, what do I want to say? You remembered her, the red hair. Like, she's got a very distinct look for the time.
Yes.
So even as a kid, I was like, I didn't know her name, but I was like, that's the lady. You know, you know what I mean? Like, she just had a very distinct look that you knew who she was. And she was so funny. Like,
so funny.
Schitt's Creek was so good. And reading all the amazing, like, tributes from people online. And Dan and Eugene Levy obviously had very heartfelt, poignant things. Macaulay Culkin.
Just like Macaulay Culkin's post broke me. And it's just one of those things too of when every story that comes out after your passing is just warm and beautiful and doesn't have to be put into context. I'll say it like that. It just shows like how much of a good and beloved person you were with your time on this earth, which is just what I would hope that everybody tries to strive for. And
then, going back to like with her passing, I'm seeing all these Moira Rose quotes and just things about Schitt's Creek. And it's kind of what we talked about last time when you said, well, at least Heated Rivalry is a show about gay people that's not trauma based necessarily, or doesn't end in trauma, sort of thing. And that's kind of what Schitt's Creek was too. It talked about how, and it just talked about too, like, they lose all their money, but nobody in their town really judges them, or like there's so much in that show I didn't totally, you know what I mean? Like, I got it, like it was funny, but it's subtle, like, some of it.
At the height of Schitt's Creek, so like during the pandemic and just before, I think I read an interview with Dan Levy or someone just saying, yeah, I wanted to create a world without homophobia because I didn't want for David to have to go through trauma every episode and to just have like his and Patrick's love story blossom in like a beautiful, natural way without being like, oh, we can't hold hands because Bob Buttface is gonna yell at us, you know?
Yeah. And it was like, I don't know how many times I rewatched the Patrick's version of You're the Best and then David's lip sync. Like, they're both equally amazing for different reasons.
And like, to bring it back to Catherine O'Hara too, like during Patrick's rendition, just as you see David like realize what's happening, and you see Moira just realize what's happening and just like put a hand on his shoulder, and it's just such a beautiful moment. Like, I'm getting emotional just recounting it. Like, and I got emotional every time, like even before Catherine O'Hara's passing.
And I feel like that's something that probably wasn't in the script. Like, I feel like she would have just done that, like,
right,
you know, just.
She's also known Dan his entire life.
Right. And you know, in this world of nepotism, Dan Levy, I'm okay with.
The folks that use their nepotism for good. So,
right.
So Dan Levy, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Like, I am good because they've got like the chutzpah and like the talent to back it up.
And I love how Jamie Lee Curtis even talks about it and how like how, you know, she's didn't try to hide it, and she also like it was almost and I get a lot of nepo babies say like, oh, but it's harder, I have to live up to my parents, blah blah blah. And Jamie Lee Curtis though, having she always felt like she wasn't like as pretty as her mom or known for the, you know what I mean? I've seen a couple of interviews where she kind of talked about that. And I just love that she embraced like starting in horror movies. Like some people would look down on that, and she's like always came back to Halloween, and I loved that. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Are you two other things I wanted to chat about?
Go for it.
Are you watching Traitors US?
Yes, I am caught up actually.
And
I only watched this season because of Mark Ballas. Because I love Mark Ballas.
Oh, Kristen Kish is my like idol for this season.
Is that the Top Chef, right?
Top Chef.
Yeah, okay.
I love Kristen Kish. I love her so much. And every time that she's like up for a murder, I'm like, please no, keep her.
I know, and because a lot of times they do just go for these people where it's like, because it's just random. Like they
got the gamers out real quick this season. This is such a good season. It's my it's of the 4 US seasons.
And I have nothing to compare it to because I saw clips because I follow Kate Chastain because I love Below Deck. So I knew she was on the first season. So I've seen like bits and pieces here and there, but I went all in this season because of, Tara Lipinski,
and Johnny Weir.
Mark Ballas. Like, I had a few people I was more invested in this season. So
yeah, Kristen Kish, Jam from Survivor is great.
Natalie I watched on, because she was also on Amazing Race with her sister. I remember her more from that than Survivor, but...
this is such a good season. Like, I've been telling people, like, if you've never watched Traitors, start with this season and then go back to season 1 when they've got reality stars and civilians.
Oh, okay.
And that it's a weird, beautiful dynamic on that one too. And then watch 2 and 3, and they're not as good, I don't think. But this season is so good.
I feel like Colton and Rob, they're bringing the fits. They got I know the outfits are a big deal on the Traitors. But they also are like really running, like they're getting in there, and I don't know.
Well, and I saw some like interviews with like Kristen saying just like when they approached me, like the thing I thought about was, but how do I match Alan Cumming with his outfits, because they're so iconic.
It's so true. And it's funny on other reality shows where you're just kind of in a house sitting around, you'd usually just be wearing like sweatpants and stuff. Like on Big Brother, they don't like get dressed up for everything, but on Traitors they do.
Yeah, it's perfect. Although I did absolutely hate Colton's banquet look.
Oh, with the pearls or
the pearl shirt. Like, sir, this doesn't look good on you.
I kind of liked it, but yeah.
Like, it would look great on Johnny Weir. I think it would have looked great on Rob.
That's true.
even.
Johnny Weir could pull that off. for sure. I bet he
Or,
was
like-
jealous. I bet he walked in that room and Johnny was like, fuck that Colton, that's my
No,
outfit.
I think because Johnny has taste.
He did have a good outfit though too.
Yeah.
He had, like
He had a gorgeous outfit.
And how dumb is everybody in that castle that they don't know that Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski are best friends? Like,
I turned to Nick when they were like during their first episode when they're just like, Tara and I are gonna not pretend like we know. Like, who doesn't know that you're besties? Who doesn't know that you're besties? I guess because like I am gay and you're pop culture obsessed that we know these things.
and I just love the Olympics. Like,
And the Olympics are coming on Friday.
I know.
That's what I was going to talk about. I know.
It seems like I almost posted this the other day because U.S. Figure Skating posted a cool like montage, and I shared it on my Insta story, and I was like, I'm so like ready for this.
Amped.
But it is a weird time to feel patriotic. Like the only time I'm patriotic is like during the Olympics.
It is a weird time.
Yeah.
Especially with like the talk about ICE going be there.
Like, why? It's in Italy.
And I feel like I saw something that just like ICE is usually there as like security, but like choose anybody else.
Yeah.
Like now is not the time. Although the leaders of our government would never admit to that right now.
Right.
So
Anyway.
it is a weird time to be patriotic.
It is, but I know those athletes
just for
work
2 weeks,
hard,
it's fine.
and they still need my support from my couch. They still need me.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's the patriotism of like, I love the country because it's where I grew up, but I'm not so nationalistic that I'm just like America is the best. Like, no,
Yeah. What is
there
it?
are other
There's
places with free health care.
Let me find there's a James Baldwin quote I really like, and I can never say it right, but I know I have it saved in my phone because I'm that person. Hold on.
No, absolutely. And you should. I mean, James Baldwin has so many wonderful quotes.
I love America more than any other country in this world, and exactly for this reason, I insist on the right to criticize her perpetually. And that is the kind of patriotism I have.
Yes. Not blind patriotism of like rah, rah, sis, boom, bah, everything is wonderful. It's no, I love the country and I want it to be better.
Exactly.
And better looks like not murdering people because they got in your way.
Right, exactly. I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of weird murders.
Where's this going now?
Locke almost murdered Boone in this
Oh,
episode.
that's true. That is true. Okay.
I was trying to find a
I know.
segue from...
I was like, it's a weird time to... Oh, it was so funny. So, I posted that snip of us talking a little bit about Heated Rivalry, and then one of my friends was like, if I only wanted to hear the Heated Rivalry part, where should I go? Because I was like, just the beginning. The whole, first 20 minutes, basically.
I've sent that part to a couple. It would be like, I don't like Lost, so I don't want to, like, just listen to the first 20 minutes. We talk about Heated Rivalry. It's great.
But, yeah, that show, it just has such a... Okay, back to Heated Rivalry, because I think it's very telling. So I'm on Bumble. I'm a single gal, right? I don't know if you know this, but on Bumble, you can put a thing in your profile that is your, like, opening move where... And on Bumble, the woman's supposed to...
approach
first, say hi first, message
That's
first.
not very, like, feminine on your own.
But anyway, but then you can also put in your profile just your first opening move that they can reply to, like if they so choose, if you don't, whatever. So it used to be what's your go-to karaoke song was my like opener. But then I changed it to have you watched Heated Rivalry because I think that's a good temperature test.
Yes.
And
can you be normal about this?
And literally... I am shooketh by how many dudes have replied and go, no, haven't heard of it. What's it about? And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you just not online? Are you not in the world?
What are you talking about?
I know. And then they go, what's it about? And I go, just watch it. It's on HBO. Like, I don't...
Like, all I can think of is Will Ferrell as Mugatu. He's so hot right now. Like, from Zoolander. Like, what do you mean you've not heard of Heated Rivalry?
And then because even before I watched it, I was seeing it all over my feeds and stuff.
Yes.
And like, and then the same friend I was out with on Friday, I made some joke about Heated Rivalry, assuming because we're good friends, she would know what I'm talking about because how could she not? She like knows me. And she was like, what? And I was like, what do you mean,
dumped
what?
her as a friend, right?
It's like... She goes, and I go, you haven't seen it on any of your social media or anything? She's like, no, not really. I'm like, but they've been everywhere. Like, it's award show season. They're on all the talk shows. They're on all the shows.
They just carried the Olympic flame in Italy.
And she was like, I don't have, like, basic cable. Where would I see any of that? And I'm like, what do you mean? I just don't understand it, because the clips are everywhere. Like, I don't get it.
Look, there are times that I'm so jealous of people that are not perpetually online.
I know.
Like,
and then I still get mad about the, like, oh, I don't have cable. Like, even the Grammys are on tonight. Get a digital antenna. You get channels for free.
CBS, right?
It's on CBS. Anyway. Off my
know.
soapbox about, I'm just obsessed with TV, so the fact that you, like, don't know how to watch the Grammys is crazy to me, because I will find a way to watch the Grammys.
Right.
Then the Golden Globes, they were on the Golden Globes, like, they were all
Yeah.
After the Golden Globes, they were all over everything. Like, they're just
charming and weird.
They're so weird. And you know what I think is even more amazing about their acting, now that I've seen them more as themselves? They're so opposite of their characters.
I know.
Shane is the more outgoing one, or, like, not
Shane's
Shane. Hudson is the more outgoing
Hudson,
one.
yes.
And Connor
Hudson's
seems a
little
little
freak.
more reserved.
He's just a good Texas boy.
I'm, like, more blown away by their acting now that I've seen them in their, like, normal state, I guess. I don't know. It's wild. Okay. Should we just get into this incestual episode? Spoiler alert.
This episode, I texted you.
I'm, like,
in the
sweating
middle
already
of it.
thinking about it.
I really thought that moment was a fever dream. We'll get there.
Same, because even when we started doing this rewatch and we would talk about, Boone and Shannon along the way, and I'm like, in the back of my head, I didn't say it, but I'm like, do they have a thing? Like, am I remembering that right?
We'll get there. I had, like, so many little comments.
Okay. Lost Season 1, Episode 13, Hearts and Minds is the title. And we open on an eyeball, much like the first episode with Jack's eyeball, but this is not Jack's eyeball, it's Boone's eyeball. And he is watching Shannon reading a book in a totally not creepy way, total brotherly way.
So creepy.
And he's watching Shannon reading a book on the beach, and then Saeed brings her something. And I feel like an idiot that I didn't know that Shannon and Saeed had a thing when we find out later they have a thing, because there's so many signs they have a thing. Like,
right. Also, she was reading a book. I didn't clock what book it was.
Oh, we'll have to go back. Yeah,
I have to watch
I forgot.
it again.
Okay, so she's reading a book that Trey's going to find out later and add to the thing. And then we realize it's Boone watching, and Saeed says he's bringing Shannon a gift for helping with the translation, and it's a pair of shoes, I think, because they talk about when they show them, they're like a weird design pattern thing. I don't know. Like, at first I'm like, what is that? I even rewound it, but then she talks about having swollen feet, so it made sense, I guess, that they're shoes. He found them in the wreckage. Weird gift, but it's not like he can go to Macy's or whatever, so we'll just go
Right.
And she's like, oh, they're actually my size, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then Boone's interrupted by his creepiness by Hurley, who is like, hey, if you're out hunting boar all the time, why haven't you and Locke brought any back? And Boone's like, but, he can't really say why or whatever, so he's just like,
That's a good question.
And then flashback, Boone's playing tennis with the cute blonde. It looks like he's at a country club or something. And then he gets a call from Shannon, and we hear her fighting and screaming over the phone. And she's in Sydney, Australia. Take a drink. That's how he ends up there. And then Boone to the rescue, because it sounds like Shannon's, in an abusive relationship, somehow ended up in Sydney. Mm-hmm. And then we're back on the beach, and Boone tells Saeed to stay away from his sister, and Saeed's like, okay, sure, bro. And I wrote, and I feel dumb that I didn't realize Saeed and Shannon are having a thing, because it's kind of obvious now in hindsight.
Right, and we were, 17, 18 years old when this show was premiering in 2004. So, like, that's also, not for nothing, like, 3 years after September 11th, and that's kind of like a big motivator for why people like distrust Saeed. So I don't know if there's like an inherent racism in like our brains.
I don't know.
He's just being nice and weird.
I always thought Saeed was hot, though, still.
Oh, he's very handsome.
But Locke breaks it up and takes Boone out to go hunting. Actually, they're going to go check on the weird thing they found in the ground, which we know it will be called the hatch eventually. Locke says hunting boar isn't the main priority because they have plenty of fish and fruit, because Boone brings up, like, hey, they're kind of noticing we aren't bringing stuff back or whatever.
Yeah.
And, he's like, they have fish, they have fruit. This is more important. And then we get the Lost. Okay. And then Hurley and Jack. Oh, P.S. I had to watch this on Hulu because Lost is no longer on Netflix. But anyway. No. Okay. Hurley and Jack. He's asking Jack some questions because he's having some digestion issues. And Jack's like, what have you been eating? And he's like, fruit. He names off a bunch of fruits. And Jack suggests some protein. But Jin apparently won't share the fish he catches because Hurley turned him down that very first time with that urchin thing. And Hurley's like, I feel like he doesn't trust me anymore or whatever. And then Jack goes, you're not going to eat those leaves, are you? Because Hurley's like collecting leaves the whole time. And Hurley goes, no, these aren't for eating. And he like runs off because
there's that little like shimmy.
They're for wiping, apparently.
Yes.
And then we cut to Kate in the jungle, and then Jack is creepily watching her from afar, and she finally says, I can see you. And I wrote, stop being such a creeper.
Many creeps in this episode.
Yes, and Kate is collecting passion fruit seeds and takes Jack to Sun's garden. Sun started a garden and a grove, I guess. She's just doing all the things.
Yeah.
And Jack says that's good because the boar is running out. But it does make sense that the boar would either migrate or like they're adjusting to like, oh, we're being hunted here, whatever. So the boar's running out. Yeah. And Kate's like, I don't think Locke is catching the boar and sharing it with us. We like now they think Locke's keeping it all for himself or whatever. That's not what he's doing, but they're skeptical now.
Right, which is also very strange because like what part of Locke's personality says that he would hoard food from everybody else?
Yeah. But he's also still kind of a weirdo. They don't
fucking
they can't totally figure him out. Yeah. And then we cut to Locke and Boone. They're back at the hatch. They're trying to figure out how to open it. And Locke tells this story about Michelangelo just staring at marble that eventually became the statue of David, but he just stared at it for like 6 months or something. And Boone's like, okay, cool. So we're just going to stare at it. And Locke's like, it will come to us. Like, you know, they're just going to keep staring at it until they have an idea, apparently.
Yeah, it's a strong choice from Locke.
Yeah, and then flashback. Boone shows up at the house in Sydney to get Shannon, and she comes out in one of her best going out tops of the double zeros.
No business casual wear for her.
No, why was that such a thing? I know I had some too.
We were all oddy-thotties.
I wore like a pinstripe vest to the club. What was I doing?
The number of times I had a double popped collar.
But anyway, this is like a sparkly halter toppy thing. Very, very going out top of the time. She's got some low-rise flare jeans. The hair is kind of crimpy. Not like total crimp, but like sort of curled.
It still has the zigzag
part. Okay.
Clock.
And she kind of acts like she has no idea why Boone's there. And then the bloke she's with is what I read, that answered the door seems suspicious. Oh, but I wrote Claire. It's supposed to be Shannon. I got confused for a second. When Shannon flips her hair, her crimped, sort of curled hair out of the way, we do see a bruise, and Boone clocks it. Yeah.
And I fully think that she did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like the way that, like that very like purposeful stare that she gave at Boone as she went, oh my God, I'm going out tonight.
Yeah, because she can't start a scene, I guess, right now. But so Boone leaves and says, enjoy your friends, and he's playing along for now. Now we're back on Lost Island. Hurley's trying to chat with Jin about fish, but, you know, language barrier. But Hurley's basically saying, like, just show me where to go and what to do. I'll catch him myself. But it's a comedy of errors, really. He doesn't know what he's doing. Jin says something in Korean, and Hurley goes, was that mean? Like, he's like, I think you're being mean to me. It was kind of funny. Boone and Locke, we're back to them. Boone says we're going to have to tell them. They're not believing us about the hunting. Like, he doesn't want to lie. And Boone says he has to tell Shannon at least. He says Shannon's smart and special in a lot of ways, and she can keep a secret. And I wrote, they have a weird relationship.
It is so weird.
And then Boone wants to tell Shannon, and Locke is like, are you sure? And then knocks him out. And Boone did not think that one through, sort of. Because Locke kind of gives the spiel about, like, think it through. What would be the consequences of this? And then Locke just, like, knocks him out. And then we cut to Boone tied up. But he's kind of coming to. Things are a little hazy. and Locke is like mixing something together, like a mortar and pestle in a coconut shell or something. And Boone says to untie him, and Locke says, or what? And Locke says he's doing this because it's time for Boone to let go of some things.
Locke is everyone's like abusive 1980s movie dad. Just like, you're going to learn your lesson this way in the most unconventional way, and we're going to sell it to you as character growth. When really it's just abuse.
And then whatever the goop is that Locke was mixing up, he puts it on Boone's head wound from where Locke hit him. And he says, like, you know, it's to treat the wound and doesn't want it to get infected or whatever, because I'm sure that goop is totally sterile. But he says the camp is 4 miles west and throws a knife that lands like knife point down in the dirt right in front of Boone. And then he just kind of leaves, and Boone's like, what the hell? Like, And then Boone tries to reach for the knife, but he's tied up in a way where, like, one arm's in front, one arm's in back. And when he leans this way, it really pulls on the back arm. So he's, like, going to dislocate a shoulder if he does one thing too far, it seems like, or whatever.
Because Locke is a creep.
Yes.
Like, every now and again, I'm like, I'm Team Locke. He's fine. Like, no, this is weird.
And this tied up thing seems more like Saeed would know how to do it than Boone. This seems...
Then
you know,
Locke.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too many names. Okay, so Boone's like, what? Whatever. And he tries to reach for the knife. He can't. Or, I mean, he can, but it hurts. And so he kind of stops and he just yells help. And then we flash back. And Boone is at the police station in Sydney trying to report Shannon's loser boyfriend. And when Sawyer walks through... Oh, and then we get a peep of Sawyer walking through the police station because we know that he was down there doing criminal things, too.
Right.
So, like, it was a weird...
But we don't know what yet, right? Because his flashback was not...
him getting arrested, but yeah, it was...
No, but Sawyer's flashback was not in Sydney yet, was it?
I thought the people he was duping out of money, were they not in Australia yet?
I thought they were in Los Angeles or Texas. I'm gonna do some Googling.
I don't remember. Okay. But anyway, we see Sawyer, you know, their paths are crossing even before they're on the plane. And then we find out that Shannon and Boone are step siblings by marriage. I don't know if we totally knew that yet. Their parents married when they were 10 and 8. And Boone tries to do the whole "don't you know who I am" thing because his mom's like Martha Stewart or whatever. Martha Stewart for weddings, I guess, like a big wedding empire or something.
And I just want to be like, literally, no.
No one cares.
This detective in Australia does not know who your mom is.
Yeah, but he tries to kind of like throw his name and money around, and they're like, we can't do anything if she doesn't press charges or whatever. Which I do think... As someone that watches a lot of Law and Order SVU, I don't and also as someone that's had a mom that had a loser boyfriend, it is crazy that it's like, so I need to wait for him to actually like try to kill me before he'll do anything. Like, it's so weird. But anyway.
Also, that flashback of Sawyer's was in Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
So we still don't really know how he gets to Australia.
Okay. I do remember like accents in his throwback, but he has one kind of. So
Louisiana.
Yeah. Okay, so step siblings, they don't care, he's rich. Boone goes to the boyfriend. The boyfriend's like...
Also, sorry, did you notice that the detective had 2 different colored eyes?
I didn't.
Yeah, he had one light and one dark.
Ooh, details.
Mm-hmm.
The boyfriend is hosing down a boat or whatever he does. And Boone goes to the boyfriend and says, I want you to break up with my sister. And they're having a discussion, and we find out that Boone's paid off like 2 or 3 other boyfriends to get him to go away because Shannon apparently has bad taste in men. And the stand-up guy says he loves her. Oh, he says he's a stand-up guy. Boone offers him like $10,000, I think, or something. And he goes, oh, my love's worth at least $50,000. Like, he, makes it kind of gross. For a second, I didn't understand my own notes. I was like, the stand-up, like comedian? I was so confused by my own notes. I meant he's a stand-up guy, but not really, because he's, bartering for more money. Anyway, we're back on the island, back at the garden. Kate and Son, they're digging and talking. Kate's talking, even though she doesn't think Son understands her, whatever. It's been 3 weeks, and Kate says she was on her way to Bali and ended up on a flight to L.A., and kind of makes a joke about it, and Son makes a face, and Kate's like, wait, did you understand me? Did you get that? And son says, don't tell anyone. So now Kate and Michael know that she speaks English. And even Kate's like, who else knows? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, only Michael. So yeah, now they have their little girl. They can have a little girl talk now. And then we back to Jin and Hurley trying to fish. And Hurley is sort of trying to fish. He made a makeshift net from one of his shirts and like a couple sticks, and it's pretty sad. And when he's in the water, he steps on something. Or gets stung by a stingray or steps on something. I'm not sure exactly like what's going on. It's a lot of yelling. I think it might be an urchin.
He said it was an urchin.
Yeah, but then he wants him to pee on it. But I thought that was
eels.
Yeah, I thought that was jellyfish or stings or I don't. Anyway,
jellyfish.
He steps on something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes. He steps on something. Jin tries to help. Hurley is just yelling out like gangrene, amputation. I'm gonna die. Like he's freaking out. And he's trying to tell Jin to pee on it, and Jin just keeps saying, no, no. And then we cut to Saeed doing something in the woods with the maps, and he's got all the maps out, and he is trying to make like a homemade compass thing that I didn't know was a thing. And he's trying to orienteer the maps, and Saeed knows about the homemade compass thing because, of course, he does. Locke says he knows about the homemade compass thing because he used to be a Weebelo, and it's sort of like a Cub Scout. And Saeed just kind of looks at him, and he goes, I wasn't a popular kid.
Yeah, I think it seems like even in childhood, Locke was that kid who's just like, could we not give him any knives or ropes? Because he's gonna do something. But
then Locke gives Saeed his actual compass and says he doesn't need it anymore. Because Locke is one with the island, apparently.
Sure.
Now. Then we cut to Boone still tied up, and all of a sudden he hears Shannon screaming. And I at first was like, is this real? Is it not real? Is he dreaming? Is it whatever? Yeah. And then we hear the creature noises, like the scary noises that we hear from time to time. And then Boone tries reaching for the knife again. And this time for Shannon, he gets it. It hurts, but he does it. And then he cuts himself free, lickety split. And Shannon is indeed, she is tied to a tree in this moment. Yes. And Boone was motivated to get free, like Locke said, because he did say when you're motivated enough, you'll get yourself free. So that worked.
As far as we know, that's his sister, his stepsister.
Right.
So, he still has, care for her if he's known her for
since they were 8 and 10 or whatever. Yeah. And now he cuts Shannon free. They're running from the creature monster thing. And then they hide in one of those cool trees that look like a bunch of roots. Is
that a mangrove? I heard that one.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a cool-looking tree, and they hide in it. And then the monster thing is, ramming into the tree over and over, and they're hunched together and all scared and stuff. And then we cut to Jack and Saeed, and they're walking, and Saeed asks which way he thinks north is. And Jack's looks in the sky, this, that, Boy Scout crap, and is like, that way. But then he shows him that the compass is pointing to north in a different direction, and he thinks the compass is either defective or there's something about this island with magnets, because magnets can throw off compasses.
Right. Oh, I didn't even clock him talking about magnets.
Oh, yeah.
And there they are planting seeds.
Yep.
Right?
And then Jack's like, because, now they're all skeptical of Locke. They think he's hoarding food, whatever. And Jack's like, where'd you get that compass? And he's like, I got it from Locke. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So it's either magnets or Locke is trying to screw them up, is kind of what they're thinking.
They may be banyan trees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the compass from Locke. Okay. Now do you like my baguette pen? I got it in France. Anyway. It's a baguette. Sorry, I got distracted by my pen.
I love it. I love it so much.
Okay, got the compass from Locke. Boone and Shannon are apprehensive about coming out from the tree, but it seems safe, things have died down. Shannon asks what Boone did to piss off Locke, because why would he do this to them? And he cuts her off and says, we're going to camp. And then flashback. Boone is getting Shannon out of the house, and then the guy shows up, And we learn that the whole thing was a setup to get some money because Shannon feels like she wasn't getting her chunk of the family money. And Boone calls her a bitch and says that she's done this before. And the guy, according to caption, spells Brian with a Y. And and he starts punching Boone. And Shannon's trying to break it up. And Shannon has a really good, this was very much a haircut of the time, too. It's like that flippy out short. Like, you know, the flippy out. Yeah. It didn't curl under at the bottom. It flipped out. Yeah. It was very of the time. So, yeah, basically Shannon set this whole thing up because she just wanted the money. Yeah. And then we cut back to the beach. And Locke is sitting on the beach. Jack asks if he's seen any ships because he's just staring out into the sea. And then they talk about how they've both been busy. And I'm like... You're on an island.
But also, I realized that, like, this episode was also just Jack taking a census of all the characters we haven't seen in a minute.
That's true.
Oh,
that's true.
What have you been doing?
Yeah. Jack asks where Boone is and how the boar hunting is going, and Locke lies about the boar's migration and blah, blah, blah. But it also could be kind of true, because we haven't seen a boar in a long time either, so, you know. No. And then we cut to Kate and Son talking, and only Michael knows, and Son says she can't tell Jin because she loves him, and she says to Kate, have you ever lied to a man you loved? And Kate has a face that says, yes, she has.
Yeah, obviously. It's Kate. Also, everyone has lied to somebody they love.
Yes. And then we cut back to Jin and Hurley. Hurley is testing Jin's English and just blurts out, your wife is hot, to see if he, like, has a reaction.
And Daniel Day Kim is just like, in Korean. Like,
yeah. Yes.
Just like confused face.
Jin offers Hurley urchin to eat. And so this time Hurley downs it and then throws up. So he was trying to, like, make amends, I guess. I don't know. But
good on Jin. Hurley, come on now. It can't be that bad.
I don't know if I'd like it either, though. I don't even like tuna. Like, I'd have a hard time.
How dare you? We are a fish family.
I'm a true fish. Midwesterner. Give me some meat and taters.
I was born on the East Coast, and I was, like, forced to Iowa when I was 1.
So, yeah, like, crab was in your genes, probably.
Lobster. But
whatever. Yeah,
Lobster.
Sorry. One of those things. Like I said, I live in the middle of the country. We have walleye, which I still don't like. But anyway.
Fish is wonderful. You're really missing out.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. Where was I? Oh, he throws up. Okay. Jack gives Charlie some pills. And I even wrote, I hope that's just aspirin for his bruising and stuff. Because remember, he was beat up not too long ago. Or almost died hanging from a tree. Oh, remember that?
I thought that it was fully for his heroin withdrawals.
Oh, I thought it could maybe be that too. I wasn't sure, but we do find out.
Because, like, the way that they were, like, doing it, like, literally in shadow.
Yeah. But we do find out it is aspirin, though. He says something about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
He asks Charlie how he's doing, and he says, with which part? The heroin withdrawal, or not knowing where Claire is, or nearly getting killed? Like, that's kind of... Jack, we're all dealing with a lot here.
Come on now, Jack.
And then he goes, what do you think Locke's story is? And Charlie's like, he's a weirdo that probably went postal back home. Like, but he did. But then Charlie's like, but he did save my life, I guess. And then he says out of everybody on the island, he trusts Locke the most, even though he seems crazy.
Yeah. Like, I would absolutely be like, I don't want to spend time with you, but I will trust you with my life.
But he is the most survival knowledge guy. Yeah.
Him and Saeed.
Yeah.
Spend all the time with Saeed and then be protected by both of them. That's really the best way to do it.
And now we cut to Michael, who is his one we got to see he's around, I guess. We cut to him in the caves opening a box, and then we hear a bark, and we see Walt and... you know, all the stuff. Michael's Vincent. Vincent. Michael, we find out the box he's opening is because he finally found his bag, like, amongst the luggage. And Hurley and Michael are chatting, and then Jin gives Hurley a fish. And then that's that. Yeah. But, I mean, Jin finally is like, here's a fish. And then Kate is also in the caves. And after Jin gives Hurley a fish, he's walking with Son. And they're walking happily side by side. And Kate just kind of clocks it. And Jack says, oh, they look happy. And then Jack gives Kate some guava seeds for the garden. Mm-hmm. And Kate is, you know, kind of keeping Son's secret, I guess.
Guava seeds.
Guava seeds. And now... Boone and Shannon are trying to find their way back to camp, and Shannon is like, what the heck is wrong with Locke? Why would he tie us up? And Boone finally tells her about the hatch, and then something behind them like explodes or something, and like, I know there's been exploding trees with this cold, but it is very hot on this island, so I don't know.
It was just one little cold snap, like in the day after tomorrow.
So something explodes, and he grabs Shannon and pulls her. Oh, the thing explodes, and then we see her get pulled up off the ground. So, like, the monster thing is...
Oh.
Yeah.
The monster.
Taking her away, pulls her up off the ground. And then flashback. Shannon shows up at Boone's hotel in another great going out top, though. I mean...
Yeah.
And she says Brian with the Y took the money, and now he took off. So he played Shannon. Like,
yeah, of course.
You know. And she's drunk, and Boone... she's drunk and says that she knows Boone has been in love with her, and that is why he always runs to help her. And
that's why she manipulates him to do that.
Yes. And then she gets really close and kind of starts, like, nibbling at his neck a little, and I'm like... I know they're step siblings, but it's still
so uncomfortable.
Yes.
After this happened, I turned to Nick and said we should watch Clueless now, which is also
a little
super uncomfortable.
Yeah. I remember I when I first saw Clueless, I was pretty young and like didn't put it together that they were almost step siblings or whatever, because I don't think their parents are dating anymore. But still,
I don't remember,
but still creepy. Yeah.
Ugh.
But that one's not as creepy because at least they met older. Like meeting as kids. You'd think you wouldn't. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychologist. I don't know.
Boone needs a shrink.
Yes. Yes. Also, I know you want to get on your soapbox for Shannon, but this is very manipulative and terrible of her to do.
Oh, I'm not saying that everything she does is 100%. But, like, I can also flip it if you want me to. This is a survivalist tactic. She honestly she believed and saw that her father was had favored. She's like had like the evil stepmother, right? Who was favoring her son. She was the Cinderella, but she just got out, and so she had to survive some way. So what does she do? She gets the money that she believes is rightfully hers from her evil stepmother and stepbrother. Shannon is just a survivalist, so. Like, see, I can do
we'll
it.
Go
I can
with
do
that.
anything.
And I see that point of view, too. I mean, we get it. This is a Boone and Shannon flashback. I don't know if we ever get a full Shannon flashback. To see,
I looked ahead. We do get a Shannon
We
flashback.
do? I didn't remember. Okay.
I didn't either.
Anyway, they do it.
They do it. And you're just like, are they gonna? And like, they are full rolling around.
They full on
the
start
bed.
making out, and
then it's network television, so they cut
away, and then it's just like a dark room, and then Shannon turns a lamp on, and she's like sitting in the chair. She's clothed now, but I think Boone still has a shirt off or something, maybe. And she goes, "We'll go back to L.A. We'll go back to how it was." And then Boone says, "'Cause it's all up to you, right?" And like that's it.
Yeah.
You know,
she's living in her power.
Yeah. It's weird.
Oh, fully. Also, yeah, what Shannon was doing with the manipulation is gross.
Yeah.
But also, Shannon's the best.
And there is a little part of me that's like, I mean, was Shannon actually drunk? Or was she just like playing drunk? So it could be, or if she was drunk, is that really consent? Should Boone not have done, anyway, all the things. There's many, those could all be questions.
These are all really great questions.
Either way.
Is Boone in the Epstein files?
He is a rich white Nepo baby. So,
yeah.
He's also not a real person. But anyway. We're back on the island.
like we said.
Epstein Island. Boone finds Shannon bleeding. Okay, so she's, if you forgot before that tangent, she was pulled up in the air by the smoke monster. And Boone's running around, and he finds Shannon bleeding along some rocks by a stream. She's cut up real bad. And then I wrote, like, spoiler, I don't remember this being how she died because I didn't remember this episode fully. And then Boone gets back to the caves, and he attacks Locke, and he says, "You killed her!" And he points the knife at him, and then Locke says, "Where's the blood, Boone? Look around." And because if all this is correct, what you're saying about Shannon, and you tried to save her and she was bleeding, like where?
Because there was so much blood in that river.
And Locke says, "Where's the blood?" And Boone looks around and is like, "What the fuck?" And he sees Shannon is fine. She's actually like chatting away with somebody, giggling up a storm.
Saeed, I'm pretty sure she was flirting with
Probably,
Saeed,
yeah. And then Locke says, "Is that what?" Oh, he goes, "Is that what it made you see?"
And
okay,
in like the weirdest way, like, is that what you like? His eyes were so big and excited. Is that what you were seeing?
And then he says he felt relieved when he thought she was dead. And Locke says, "Time to let that go."
Yeah, I gasped a little bit at that line.
And then Locke gets up and says, "Follow me," and lost. And also, as someone that has lost some people in my life, like not on an island, but that have passed away. There is a set, like, and it is a thing you feel guilty about afterwards, but sometimes there is relief when things have been, if they haven't been doing well, if they're, it's one of those things, but.
Like, because we just had 2 deaths in our family, like, within weeks of each other, and it was a little bit of,
Yeah.
I am so, they were lovely humans.
Right.
I am so glad they are at peace, because they were in so much pain and weakness.
But in this case, I think
it's a little different because she's so young.
Yes, and Boone, I think, is relieved because then he doesn't have to have this battle of like, I want to F my sister,
I want to friendship my sister. That's what that stands for.
Okay, so these were my questions at the end. I put, what even is this episode? Is my first.
That is a great question. What even is that episode?
And then I put, can we just get to the hatch, please? Because I just really like who's in the hatch, and I want to get to the hatch.
Tasha, we don't get there until season 2.
I know. They really drag it out.
Mean?
Yeah. And then I wrote, incest or not, weird or not. I don't, it's hard telling.
Yeah.
And then, where is Claire? Still don't know where Claire is.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, how did Locke know the island would show Boone something? What's up with the compass? That's weird. What was this box Michael was holding?
Oh, yeah. What's in the Michael's box?
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's head? We don't.
Yeah, it is.
Is Hurley's foot gonna fall off because of whatever happened? And then, where is Kate's airplane toy? Did not see it once this episode. It was so important. Gosh.
You would think that she would make it into a necklace.
Yes, it was so important last episode, and now she doesn't give 2 poops about it. But
yeah.
Or she just has it somewhere for safekeeping. I don't know, but
sure.
Did you have any questions?
I didn't have a ton of questions this episode. Nick had a couple. He's like, "What are they even doing at the hatch?"
They're just staring at it. Nick, didn't you get?
I know they're just staring at it. How long has it been since they discovered the hatch?
Oh yeah.
It's been at least a couple days.
Yeah. Long enough that people are noticing there's no hunting happening, I guess.
Yeah. When was the last time we saw Jin say anything? He hasn't said a stinking word.
Well, he talked to Hurley this episode, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Before that. Yeah, we didn't have a ton of questions this episode. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was the first time that we caught glimpse of the monster, which we'll say more about when another character shows up, because that's when we first see it. Mm-hmm. When a character that we haven't met yet. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of give it away a little bit, and if you're a Lostie, you absolutely know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm also just trying to Nick's in the other room cooking, so I can't give away too many spoilers. We've only seen the first season. So.
Oh yeah.
And nobody remembers this episode.
I weirdly do like when she came to his hotel room, I was like, oh, it does happen. But there was,
Yeah.
but as like, because I've seen this before, but it's been years.
Yes.
And even when the show started and we see Boone and Shannon, I remember thinking like, they have a weird thing. I think.
Right. I'm like, do they hook up? Because I texted you. Like,
Yeah.
I fully forgot that they did this. I thought it was a fever dream, and you're like, no, it's real.
But nope, they did it. They went there.
They did it.
Yeah.
So not incest because they're not blood related, as the detective with two eye colors pointed out. I think
true.
That's the only reason why he was in that scene, was to let us know, hey, they're not related. It's not as weird.
We used to, when I was on the radio, I don't know how we'd get on some of these topics, but I brought up, like, in Clueless, and I think in Drive Me Crazy, do you remember that movie, Melissa Joan Hart, Adrienne Grenier?
Ages.
I think they kind of start dating after their parents are dating. There's a few movies like that really bother me, because it's one thing. Again, this seems weirder to me with Shannon and Boone because they were children, and usually would think if you grew up together, you wouldn't have romantic feelings. But meeting, like, my dad's single now. If he dated somebody that had a hot son, no, like, it just couldn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like I had, like, my dad remarried when I was in middle school, and his now ex-wife had 3 kids, and I'm thinking, like, no. Like, even if any of them were my type, no.
Yeah.
And part of that's on me because I hated their mom so much.
Right. Well, and then
that's not a secret to anybody. So I'm not
forgetting
like,
which movie it is. I want to say it might even be R.I.P. as well. It might have even been a Diane Keaton one, but I think there was some movie where the daughter, maybe it was the one she did with Mandy Moore, like Because I Said So or something.
Oh,
I don't remember. But there was one where the daughter's dating somebody, and because those two are dating, the parents meet, and then the parents start dating. I would lose my mind. I'd be like, Dad, I'm sorry. You've been married twice. Give me a chance. Get out of the picture. Like, I'm sorry.
No, you don't get to do this.
I just hate how they... Why?
No.
Why are people okay with this? It's creepy and weird. But anyway, when we were on the radio, we would talk about that sometimes. It would, I don't know why or how it would come up, but who knows. And then people would call in with real life examples of things like this. Like, it does happen.
It's so weird. Like, every now and again, my TikTok algorithm will show me, like, that joke song, like, I Am My Own Grandpa. But, like how it's real in real life. Like, I married my dad's wife's mom, and now he's my steps. Like, no.
And I do have friends, too. Like, even my friend Sam, she sent me this TikTok the other day, and it's about, like, when you have a friend that you don't really understand their family tree. And I still don't understand hers totally. Because when I first met her, she's like, oh, I was an only child. And then, like, 6 months into our friendship, she's like, oh, I'm going to visit my sister. I'm like, I thought you said you were an only child. She's like, well. And it turns into, like, I mostly grew up as an only child, but this is, like, my half-sister that I didn't find out about until whenever. And you know what I mean? And And I glitch because, like, there's too many steps and halves, and, you know.
Yep.
And I just go, okay, I'm glad you have a good relationship now. I don't know.
Yeah,
good for you. Families are interesting.
Families.
Right.
End of sentence. Really...
Did you happen to watch SNL at all last night? I watched it this morning, but
no, I went out for drinks at 9 p.m. last night because I'm not 40 yet.
Who even are you?
I don't know. Friends with somebody who turned 42, and she's like, "Let's get drinks at 9 p.m." And I'm like, "In Midtown."
I forget where I was. Oh, they did a bit. Speaking of families, where this. Like, it's 4 kids, and then the mom's like, I have something I need to tell you, but I don't want you to react. I don't want judgment. I don't want you to say, I told you so. We need to talk about it. And they're like, oh my God, Mom, what's up? And she's like, I kind of think maybe Trump is lying to us. And they're like trying so hard. They're like, because, you know, like, but it's okay to admit now if you were wrong. Like, we want you to, you know, but it's kind of just what's going on, right? You know, the kids were trying to not be like, we told you. And then the mom's like, but in my defense, who would have seen this coming? And they're all like,
everyone.
But
he's a famous liar.
I know. Just the families thing reminded me of that sketch randomly. But you know what I did the other day in my weird brain? I was talking to somebody, and I'm not going to be. This might be a terrible story. We were talking about one thing.
Thankfully, you know the editor of this podcast.
We were talking about the cold, and I said something about, like, do I need a beret? Are they cute? Like, I was doing it. And then my friend was like, I have one. And then in my brain, I started singing Raspberry Beret, and it made me think of Prince, which made me think of Minnesota. And then what came out of my mouth was, and another thing about Tim Walz. We're literally outside of my head. We were talking about berets, and I had to explain to my friend how I went from berets to Tim Walz. You know what I mean?
Would have lost my mind if that was us in person. But I love a connection story like that.
Just but that's how my brain works.
We were talking about carrots, and then suddenly I'm on Lily Tomlin. Like, how did you do that? Carrots. They make you orange. Arnold from the Magic School Bus. Miss Frizzle, voiced by Lily Tomlin. That's how.
But that's my weird pop culture brain, and just I don't know. That's how my brain works. I don't know.
And another thing about Tim Walz. I love it.
But yeah, berets, Prince, Minnesota. I mean, did that not track to you? It makes sense.
It does. Oh, it fully makes sense. But to go from berets to Tim Walz and not verbalize anything, I would have lost my mind.
So then I had to backtrack. I was like, let me tell you how I got here.
Fully makes sense.
Yes. Okay.
What are you talking about?
And that's why we're friends. Because
yes, truly.
Okay, I think that's... Did we hit all our bullet points?
I think we did.
We're getting really good at actually keeping this at about an hour, which is surprising for me and you, really. Because
truly. Although we are delightful.
We really are. I don't know why we're not more famous yet, but we're
getting there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to hit stop then.
All right, get lost.
Oh, yeah, I forgot our outro. How come
right, because I get lost.
Get lost. Bye. There you go. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Talkin with Tasha plus Trey Lostcast, Hearts and Minds. We started off with the bang, did we not? Nothing like talking about the Epstein files to start off your day. Anyway, again, thank you so much for listening. If you want more about Talkin with Tasha, you can check out talkinwithtasha.com. There you will find all the links to my social media, my Cameo, my Fiverr. You can email me, talkinwithtashapod@gmail.com, and make sure you rate, review, subscribe, comment, like, share. It really helps me out, and I appreciate it. Again, remember, we are in the time machine. This is coming out before the Super Bowl. I'm sure we'll have thoughts. I'm really looking forward to Bad Bunny. I hope the Seahawks win. They're a women-owned team, so, I got to root for that. And I hope everybody has a great Sunday and a great week and a great month. Whenever you listen to this, I'm just happy you're listening to it. Even if it's 2030 where you are, I appreciate you listening to this. Isn't that weird to think with podcasting that you could listen to it anytime? Anyway, I'm getting all weird and existential. Anyway, thank you for listening. TalkingWithTasha.com. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, share, like. And I think there's only one thing left to do. Be safe, make good choices, wash your hands. Just try to be a good person. Stay hydrated. And peace out, Brussels sprout. Bye.